He said, "Oh, you're smart." And he said I was suspended. I'd been in school for about 30 minutes.
More than 50 years ago, Dr. William Weaver was one of 14 black students integrating the all-white West High School. His first day was far from pleasant. Even the principal dished out racist remarks.
And now the accomplished doctor uses his hard times for good. Tomorrow, for the first time in decades, he'll return to West High to speak to some of the students.
Reporter Sean Franklin talked to him tonight, and his message will be about helping others in need. Sean.
That's right, Beth. Brandon, his West High School teachers had a negative impact on him that he'll never forget. Nearly a half-century later, Weaver says he hopes to impact students in a positive way.
The West High School signs are welcoming.
My first thought actually was to say, no way.
But Dr. William Weaver's invitation wasn't always so friendly.
My experience had been so unpleasant.
Weaver was one of nearly 20 students to integrate at West in 1964, and his experience on his first day changed his life forever.
He calls the roll, and he said, Bill Weaver.
Weaver had always gone by William or Lynn, never Bill, so he corrected the principal.
And he got very angry. He said, "Oh, you're smart." And he said I was suspended. I'd been in school for about 30 minutes.
The football player's teachers were unsupportive, failing him in most subjects. Then, a middle school teacher took extra time to tutor him, even applying for a college scholarship without Weaver knowing.
If it wasn't for him, I never would have went to college.
That's what Weaver hopes his message to students tomorrow at West will do: encourage.
If you see someone being bullied, harassed, mistreated because of race, religion, or sexual orientation, you got to speak up.
He hasn't been to West for nearly 50 years.
An amazing person contacted me, and that was the principal.
But Ashley Jesse told Weaver she wanted her students to hear his story.
I felt like the West High that he was talking about is not the West High of today, and I'm excited about hearing his message tomorrow to our kids.
Weaver's going to speak to students tomorrow at an assembly, and parents are welcome to visit with him at a reception at the school from 4:30 until 5:30 in the afternoon. Beth, Brandon.